Hi class, so in this lecture video, we will be discussing magnetic forces and magnetic field. Although we already had an introduction about magnetic forces last week, we will just dwell on the computational side of the lesson. So we ended last meeting with the definition of magnetic force, and I also introduced the right-hand rule. Now, from last meeting, we learned that the magnetic force is equivalent to the charge of a particle times its velocity times the magnetic field sine theta. Now, the symbol for magnetic field is capital B, and its unit is capital T or Tesla. As for magnetic force, as usual, its unit is in newtons. Now, in our discussion last week, we learned that the magnetic force is a force that acts on a particle, and this particle must be moving in a magnetic field. Again, so in the presence of a magnetic field, when a particle passes through that magnetic field, the particle will experience a magnetic force exerted by the magnetic field. Now, the general rule is the magnetic force acting on the particle must be perpendicular to the velocity and magnetic field vectors. Okay? And that is why we use the right-hand rule. Now, let us review the right-hand rule. The thumb represents the magnetic force. The four fingers represent the velocity vector, the motion of the particle, and the palm, okay, the direction where it is facing, represents the magnetic field. This allows us to determine what is the direction of any of the three quantities: velocity, magnetic field, and magnetic force. All right? Let us have a quick review. So, for example, the magnetic field, these dots represent the magnetic field, and particle, a positive charge, will enter the magnetic field with a velocity v. What do you think is the direction of the magnetic force that will act on the particle? Use your right hand to determine the force. The answer is the right. So using your right hand, your palm must be facing your direction. This is because the magnetic field is represented by dots, and that means the magnetic field is coming out of the screen, so your palm is facing your direction. Now, your other four fingers must be pointing up because the particle is moving up. If you bring out your thumb will be pointing to the right direction, to the right. Okay? Now, please take note that the camera is reversed um, in this video. Okay? So, this direction is the right. Okay? So, the magnetic field will be to the right. Magnetic force, rather, is to the right. So therefore, the particle will travel not a straight path, but instead a curved path because of a force will be pushing it to the right. Now, moving on to the computational part. For example, a proton moves through a uniform magnetic field of magnitude 2 microtesla at a speed of 5 megameters per second. What is the magnitude of the maximum magnetic force it can experience? And if the proton is replaced by an electron, will it experience the same maximum force? Now, first step would be visualization. Imagine a proton enters a magnetic field that is in this direction. Say, for example, the magnetic field is towards the screen or into the screen as represented by the X marks. Now, if the particle is moving to the right, What do you think is the direction of the magnetic force on the particle? The answer is upward. So the particle will be pushed upward by a magnetic force, causing its trajectory to change and travel a curved path. So the force on this particle directed upward. You can identify this through the right-hand rule. Again, remember the assignment of the variables in your right hand. So your hand must be oriented this way, right? The particle is moving to the right as represented by the four fingers. Your palm must be facing toward the screen because the magnetic field is into the screen, while your thumb is pointing up, which means that the force acting on the particle is going up. Okay? This part, make sure that you have your calculator with you, your pen, and paper for the solution. So from the given, in the previous problem, the magnetic field is 2 microtesla, which in SI unit would be 2 times 10 raised to negative 6 Tesla. Other than that, velocity was also given, which is 5 megameters per second, which is in SI 5 times 10 raised to 6 meters per second. And as for the charge, it was not directly stated, but the question suggests a proton moving in a magnetic field. So the charge would be a charge of a proton, and that is 1.602 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulombs. Now, why do we need these variables? Since the question is asking for the magnetic force, then therefore we need to use the formula F. Magnetic force is equal to the charge times its velocity cross B sine theta. Now, before we move on to the actual computation, it is important that we understand the symbol cross. This represents a cross product. Cross product indicates that we could only get the maximum value or maximum magnitude of the magnetic force, rather, F, if the vectors V and B, velocity and magnetic field, are perpendicular to each other. Which means that the two vectors, velocity and magnetic field, will produce the maximum, or a particle moving in a magnetic field will experience a maximum magnetic force if the velocity of that particle is exactly perpendicular to the direction of the magnetic field. And when we say perpendicular, it means that the angle created by the magnetic field B and velocity V is 90 degrees. Okay? So, if this condition is met, that means that the theta here is 90 degrees and sine 90 is equal to 1. The multiplier then is 1, which gives us the maximum value of magnetic force, which is QVB. All right. But in other cases, if, for example, the magnetic field B and V are not exactly perpendicular, but rather at a smaller angle, okay, that would result to a magnetic force still, but a much weaker magnitude. Right, now moving on to the computational part, since we only need the three values, technically three values in the problem, we can directly substitute the charge of a proton times the velocity of the proton times the magnetic field sine theta. Now, since the question earlier says maximum, then it is implied that the theta is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore, our substitution would be 1.602 times 10 raised to negative 19 coulombs times the velocity, which is 5 times 10 raised to 6 meters per second, times the magnetic field, 2 times 10 raised to negative 6 Tesla, sine 90 degrees, which is obviously still 1 if you type it in your calculator. You can actually cancel that one out. And the answer would be, you can type it in your calculator. Yeah. If you got 160.2 times 10 raised to negative 20 newtons, then you got the correct answer. This is the magnitude of the magnetic force that will act on the proton as it passes through the magnetic field B. Now, in the second question of the problem, it's asking for the magnetic force given that the particle moving in the magnetic field is an electron. In that case, the particle for for an electron, the magnetic force would be the same. It would be 160.2 times 10 raised to negative 20 newtons still, but negative. Okay? Because the charge is a negative particle. As for the hand, you can use your left hand to determine the direction of the magnetic force. For a proton, we use the right hand rule. But for an electron, we use the left hand rule. Okay? So if we will follow the figure earlier, the magnetic field into the field, okay, the particle moving to the right, what would be the direction of the magnetic force? Would it still be upward? No, it would rather be downward because your thumb will be pointing downward now. Earlier, your right hand was oriented this way. Particle moving to the right, magnetic field into the screen, force upward. But this time, the particle is an electron, so the particle is still moving to the right, magnetic field into the screen, but the force is downward. So if you notice, the right hand rule for the right hand rule and the left hand rule are actually just the same, but um, different in the direction of the magnetic force. They are reversed. Okay, so that is all in this video. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you again next meeting. Goodbye and thank you, class.